Okay, Miss Annette. So thank you for joining me today in this podcast. Really excited that we get a chance to talk and everything like that. First off, you are an amazing coach. We've definitely seen that you've helped transform many people's lives. But I just got three questions to ask you with your profession that are pretty common questions. That's okay with you. So my first question to you is, what do you think the biggest reason why people are overweight in the United States?
Whoa, that's a lot to tackle, but one of the reasons is because we don't really have control, and some people just don't really know the nutritional value of things that you eat. You think that eating is a substance and it keeps you healthy, but yeah, that's true, but everything we eat is not necessarily healthy. So I think it's just because maybe people just eat out. They don't look at the nutritional content. Maybe they don't even know how to read nutritional labels. We're not used to that. And some of it is miseducation. And some of it is now that we can eat whatever we want to eat now. It didn't used to be that way back in the day. You didn't get to go out to fast food restaurants. They're everywhere now. We are making more money now, and we can kind of get whatever we want. But it still requires some self-control on what we're putting into our bodies. So most people don't know exactly the nutrition content and values and what they're putting in their bodies.
Right. Wow. So you said you were if I recall, you said you've been a nurse in the military. You've also been a coach for quite some time now. What are some things you've seen as a nurse throughout your career, and how can this translate into what you're doing now as a coach? I mean, what can you use as a coach now, and then your nursing skills to help other people?
Well, as a nurse, just taking care of people and getting them healthy was what I used to do back in the day. And so I just helped people who had issues like high blood pressure and diabetes and strokes and those type of things, or those were things that I took care of. But now that I'm on a different realm, in a nutritional realm, I see that some of the things that I do as a nurse and some of the things that my clients have are caused by them. If you don't have childhood onset diabetes, for example, then and you have diabetes, probably it's the things that you're eating that make you overweight that in return puts your body at risk. In return sends you flags that sends you to the doctor that makes him prescribe medications for what you're already really causing because of what we're eating, pretty much. So we have to eat things that's in our best interest, and it's really just up to us to control what we're putting in our bodies. So for me now, I look at things differently. I look at 80% of the things that we have going on with us. If it's not childhood onset or strong hereditary kind of things, congenital stuff, then that, meaning from birth, that means that we're causing those things. And we have to fix those things. Only us can do that.
Wow, thank you. So my last question to you is, you've been a phenomenal coach helping these people out. You've obviously been a phenomenal nurse, so you've been in this health field for quite some time. You're also obviously the person to go to when it comes to questions like these. But why do you recommend the products that you have? What is so significant about your products, and why would you recommend it to other people?
Well, I recommend these products because number one, they've been around for 40 years. Number two, they're the number one meal replacement shake in the world, and it's in over 90 countries. So you don't get in 90 countries with some bootleg stuff, number one, and after 40 years, these products have been able to work the kinks out of whatever there is that might have in the past might have been something that the FDA or the state may have worried about. So it's the number one product in the world. It is meal prep in a nutshell. You can drink it, you can go, it gives you energy, it's really quick, it saves you money. You get a coach, you get people like us, like you, myself, like Coach Wynn. You get people who care about you, that keep you accountable, that tell you about the nutritional facts and help you read the labels. There is no other product that you can get that even when you go to a nutrition store and you buy it off the shelf. Ours is different. You're not only buying a product, you're buying a family. You're buying a coach, somebody who cares about you, somebody who gonna tell you how to make it, tell you how to take it, tell you what you should be eating, tell you what you shouldn't be eating, tell you what kind of exercise you should be doing, keeping you accountable. One-on-one coaching is what you get. And I mean, that's like limitless as far as money goes. It's priceless. You don't get that kind of thing. Most people want coaches that keep them accountable. Well, you want accountability, then you get it. You ask for it, you got it. So I personally, as a professional, I use the products professionally, and I'm a professional. I look for people who are seriously ready to change their lives, change their mindsets, make a better world, and be here in the future for their families and their grandkids, etc.
Right, and what kind of results have you, I know this is outside of what we talked about, it's one of my last questions, but what kind of results have you gotten from these products yourself?
Oh, from the products for me, it took now, I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while. I had that mindset, negative mindset of trying it in the first place, but I didn't really have anything to lose when you really think about it. It was just basically, I had high blood pressure, I was pre-diabetic, I'm a cancer survivor, those kind of things. So for me, it just took a minute for me to try the products. But once I tried the products, man, I lost over 40 pounds, 48 pounds. You know, I was on 4 blood pressure medicines. I went to 2, I went to 1, I went to none. And then also, pre-diabetic, that went away really quick. I mean, it was just fast. Just lose the weight, get healthy, and that just was saying that you're on your verge to be a diabetic if you don't change some things, pre-diabetic means. So, Herbalife doesn't cure. What it does is it just makes you healthy. It gets you healthy because you've changed your circumstances and the way you eat, you lose weight. And as a result of losing the weight, you lose the pounds. And most of the things that we have and the illnesses we have are all related to us being overweight anyway and being on that meter of 15 pounds. 30 pounds puts you in the yellow. Anything over 30 for a woman puts us in the red anyway. And so it's just like towing a car, should I say. If you're towing a car and you got a load behind you that's really too heavy for that car to tow, then that's going to add stress on that vehicle. It's the same thing with our bodies, you know. More weight adds stress on our heart, stress on our vessels, stress on our bodies as a whole, and then puts us in the red and sends us to the doc. So for me, no, losing the weight, I feel great. I'm over 60 years old. I've never felt better. My body age is 47. It's just getting younger as I go. But exercise is exercise, 20%. It's nutrition, it's 80%. It's getting hydrated. And it also is sleep as well, making sure your body gets adequate rest in that whole pyramid of things that we need to keep us healthy. So, but the biggest thing I would say is to just start. You know, if you're at a point and you're already at a low and something's got to change, then you just got to be ready to get uncomfortable, ready to take a risk and sit and come out on the other side for the better. And this is just a great way to do it with these amazing nutrition products that give your body what it needs and cuts those calories in half.
Right. So, unfortunately, we ran out of time. That was a meter in the back, but we appreciate everything you shared with us, Coach Annette, and we're looking forward to some more information from you as a coach, and looking forward to seeing what we can do to collab on some more information and go from there. Appreciate it.
Thank you.